today out here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Now, if everybody knew that Bob Teague was Bob Teague, they would know that Bob Teague is Bob Teague. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. 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 Check, check, check. 2 1 2 1. 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 Check, check, check. Hey, what's going on, Garrett? Go for bounce. Check, check. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. Confirmed to go at 9:55 for Apparent Media Company. Confirmed. Check, check, check. Confirmed. You're welcome. Bye. Check, check, check.
And welcome to Victory Plus and RGHTV coverage of the XINUSRANCE Offshore Lake of the Ozarks race. This is the inaugural race of the World Powerboat Race Association. And we are kicking off the summer in a great season that will continue on all the way to the Key West World Championships, the Race World Offshore races every year in its 44th season. But we're back at what was known at the Lake Race, back at the Bagnell Dam, and ready to get the first Pro Class 1 race of the season underway. We have close to 50 boats here racing on the lake today. We're also broadcasting live to those of you watching shoreside and on in the spectator fleet at Mix 92.7. Hi, I'm Todd Swafford, joined by the venerable Bob Teague. Bob, how are you?
Good morning. It's been one heck of a week so far.
It has been.
We have a huge boat count and a lot of great energy here at this Lake of the Ozarks race. A lot of work's been put on in the last 3 or 4 weeks under the leadership of Leah Martin. She's done an amazing job along with all the people that are helping her, the volunteers and everybody. I can't even tell you what they've accomplished in literally a month.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind for sure. And we'll try and walk you through a lot of that at the same time, tell you what's going on here today in racing. There's going to be qualifying going on throughout the morning. A little bit later on today, there's going to be a featured race, 2-heat race with Super Stock. They have 15 boats here to race at the XINUSRANCE Lake of the Ozarks Shootout. And then all of the classes are going to run. They're going to run both days, all of the teams.
It's a full schedule both days. And right now we're having the qualifications going on for pole positions. So the spec classes like Class 1 and also Super Cat, they go out and they run 2 laps for time. And the person that has the best lap gets the pole position and so on down the line. The bracket classes don't do that, but they pick numbers this morning, and they're all established based off of that. And then, of course, the super stocks, they have a predetermined heat races that they're running, 2 different heat races today, which will determine the final position tomorrow.
Bob, we're back here at the Bagnell Dam racing. This is a 5.78-mile course, very elongated oval sort of course. There is a couple of quick left-hand turns. The boats will be going counterclockwise, which is good.
Clockwise, actually.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize that they're going. I got everyone. I'm from Key West, and we always run counterclockwise, right. Which is not the way that pilots want to run. They want to run clockwise because the drivers are on the right side.
For the most part, the driver does see the buoy better when they're running clockwise.
Yeah, you're exactly
right.
But
I would say more of the courses are counterclockwise than clockwise. But on this course right here, it's unique because we have to stay a certain distance from the shoreline, as well as create a safe racing line. So we have orange buoys set, which all the racers must leave to their starboard side, and yellow buoys set that they must leave on their port side so they don't get too close to shore. And there's also a slot at the start-finish line marked by 2 green buoys. So we're using a lot of high-tech stuff to get the finishes just right. And it's going to be real exciting racing today. And the energy is awesome here. Right now, they're doing the time trials. And what they do is they let a boat in each class go out 30 seconds apart. And then we're going to get you the times pretty soon so that you can see who actually was the fastest boat in each of the qualifying classes.
Yeah, they're qualifying for the grid position inside lane in the Pro Class 1 class right now. We are at the very east end of the course down by the dam. And you could see the wet pits and some of the boats there went the XINUSRANCE South team with Bill Pyburn and Brett Lilly passing by us. So we're at the very east end. We're watching from overhead of that shot. Those are the final turns before the start finish lap. And as the boat now moves back down westbound, it is heading towards the start finish line. Again, we're back at the Bagnell Dam. A lot better vantage points to watch the race, a lot more areas for spectators to enjoy this 5.7 8-mile course, Bob.
Yeah, so there's basically 3 miles of shoreline on each side of the course, and there is a open lane that's marked by safety buoys, which you cannot go past if you're in the water, but you're allowed to idle around the outside of the course where you're allowed to. And if you're here by water, of course, there's a lot of places by land that you can see this entire course. So, being that it's nearly a 3 mile long area, so there's a lot of viewing space for you.
Fans down in the basin now. You'll get a shot at the Monster Energy team. This is a 438 skater that is coming around on its qualifying lap. You'll see it in the far shot here as we look down into the wet pit area. And the boat that was modified by Peter Ledden at Skater at the request of Tyler Miller, it was a shaft and rudder boat when they first debuted. It was a long time coming that Skater had produced a boat in this class, in Pro Class 1. The radical modification to change a boat from a rudder boat to a stern drive boat.
Yeah, you got to first take the rudder bustle off, and then put stern and fill all the transom and everything. I think the Skater has a capability of fixing anything. So they did that. They put M6 drives on it. They prefer that feel and control, and I think they like it. WHM's out here this year too. You're going to see them out there. It's an unmistakable yellow boat, and for the meantime, right now, they converted their Super Cat into a Class 1 boat and basically changing the power, but they're having to add more weight to do that, and so they go from a 9,500-pound Super Cat to 10,500-pound Class 1 boat.
So he's moved from the Super Cat motors that he ran last year to the Mercury 1100 competition turbocharged engine, the quad cam 4-valve engine. That is the engine of Pro Class 1. And Billy Moff, he's run Mercury products. He's run just about everything, but he's back in the Mercury camp this year.
Yep. So he's racing a 1100 comp. I talked to Jay Mueller yesterday a little bit about it, and he says the boat's a little different, weighing more, and so he's got to get used to that and get the balance dialed in. And they're trying different things. So for them, it's still a work in progress, I think, but I think they're going to be good.
Yeah. So qualifying going on right now. Again, we have 2 qualifying heats coming up later on that'll get the action going. Mod V's are running here with the lone Cat 300 boat in just a little bit. Later on today, we'll also have racing in the bracketed classes. Also in the factory stock classes, those boats move from the 450R up to the 500Rs. So we have 3 MTI teams that are racing here. We got a couple of Super Vs that are racing. The team Farnsworth Hancock Claims, and we're glad to see Evil Ed Smith back in his Knuckleheads team, as well as 5 Super Cat teams and 6 Pro Class 1 teams that will race here later today at the XINUSRANCE Offshore Lake of the Ozarks. Up next on the series of the World Professional Powerboat Race Association is the XINUSRANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix in Michigan City, produced by Race World Offshore. Then off to Chicago, just off of Montrose Park on Lake Michigan, with another RWO event in the Clearwater Nationals at the end of September before going on to the Race World Offshore World Championships in Key West in November. Looking at CR Racing, that's the old MCON boat. The CR Racing team purchasing that boat from Tyler Miller and getting all the equipment that they had on that 2-time world champion Super Cat team. Rob Understall and Casey Boaz going for it this year in Super Cat class.
Yeah, that's a great boat, and Tyler decided he was going to concentrate on the pro class, or Class 1, and so they had all that equipment left over, and all in first rate condition. It was like a ready-made race team, vehicles and boat.
Watching some more boats in qualifying there. Yeah, so Rob and Casey very much excited about that 388 skater. Dirty Money, the team to beat in Super Cat class. They came on strong last year. They just missed the national championship. A couple of hurricanes at the end of the season that really messed up the national championship, but they were able to come through in Key West with the Race World Offshore World Championship as well. And Dirty Money also fielding a Pro Class 1 boat in a partnership with X Insurance here this season. So live coverage of the X Insurance Offshore Lake of the Ozarks race. Todd and Bob here with you. And Bob, you are a favorite son of Lake of the Ozarks, here for this race every year, and also the 2-day shootout in August.
Yeah, that shootout deal is a whole week.
Is a whole week for you,
a whole
right?
week of stuff, right? And it's coming up, and also the director of the shootout is Leah Martin once again, who puts this, and Justin, her husband, is the official starter of that, and he's actually the course marshal and starter of this event as well. So they have really taken the shootout to another level, and also out here at this event. This is a huge undertaking to put on this race and move it down here next to the dam. And also the shootout's going to be at a different location this year too. It's not going to be any longer at Captain Ron's up the lake. It's going to be down closer.
You mentioned Leah and Justin. Of course, they're part of the World Powerboat Race Association, just like the Race World Offshore crew, and they are producing this event. And of course, the shootout, the Professional Racing Offshore (PRO) organization.
Yeah, and the shootout is a full charity event, and the focus of the shootout is to raise money for charities. They end up with 800 or 900 volunteers, and a goal is like $750,000 in charity donations out for that event, and we've been pretty close on that.
That's a lot of money they raise for the local community, and I was looking through the race program. It's pretty incredible the way they spread the money around here.
Okay, we are going to have a break for the national anthem, I'm just told.
Okay.
And it's Jacob Smalley, and he's going to do it's.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, sir.
XINUSRANCE Offshore, Lake of the Ozarks. Qualifying has been going on here this morning as we look down right at the Bagnell Dam for today's race. And we should be getting to go racing here soon. Were the Supercats qualifying as well today?
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were out there. Yeah. So the only Supercat that didn't qualify or go out for qualification days is the new boat EWB Racing. They are their first race ever. So as a rookie, they have to start on the outside anyway. As actually back 150 feet at the start. So these guys, Kelly Crace and Ron Gibbs, this is their first race ever. So it's going to be exciting to see how they do. And they're out there in what used to be the Amsoil boat, and I think they're going to be okay. And they're learning as they go.
So how do you think? I mean, so that boat fits in the class. It's your old Supercat light boat,
right?
So but it's a little couple feet shorter. The 388 Skater has been the dominant boat, but this boat. It's gonna pack some punch out there. It
was a last few years that I raced it. It was a Supercat because the Supercat light class went away, and it meets all the criteria. It's similar to a 388, just slightly shorter, and it's the same whisk tunnel. It's actually the same boat. A 388 became a 388 from a 368 just by making a 368 a little bit longer. And the 36, the 8 means 8 inches wider. So from a regular 36 skater, then a 368 is 8 inches wider. Then a 388 is 2 feet longer, in rough numbers.
And that boat was a poker run boat, a speed run boat, up until those guys decided they want to go offshore racing.
Well, they bought it with the intentions of eventually going offshore racing, but they wanted to get used to it, so they took it out with the original Supercat motors in it and drove it for a year, and then they put some big hot rods in it to play around with, and then converted it back to go racing for real. So they put a lot of work into it, and got all the props and all the other things they need, and they're checking it out. You know, if they have a good experience here, I guarantee you they're going to keep racing.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the other teams in Supercat that are here racing. We were talking a little bit earlier about Dirty Money, and Dirty Money, obviously the team to beat after winning the World Championship. And the 388 Skater that Peter Ledden has designed has been the preeminent boat in that class. It's won the World Championships dating back half a dozen years.
Exactly. It's a good size for the power and balance. So the 368 might have an advantage in smoother water, where the 388 might have an advantage in a little rougher water. It seems to be about the right size boat, just like the MCON boat was, that now is with another team. But it seems to be about the right size boat. But the 368 still might have its day. And sometimes the bigger boats like WHM, when it was running Supercat, it might have its day because it's a bigger boat and rougher water and a lot of good talent in the boat as well.
So also running the 388 Skater is Graydell team from Toronto, Chris Grant, who is running this year with Jay Muller. And they moved from an MTI to the 388 Skater, became very successful the last 3 years, and we're in the national points hunt